they can do things that can really harm other human beings and stuff like that. It's like you've seen it in Iron Robot, and you've seen artificial intelligence, and people a lot of times, they said a long time ago at Sonic they were gonna have like robots working over there, and they were gonna like lay off all the employees. And I was like saying, why are they doing that? And then it's gonna like make more people more emasculated, and then they're not gonna be able to like order the way they want to order. And that's why the same thing with Social Security and Access Lane, and then all these federal buildings, they put all this AI stuff out there, which doesn't make any sense. But that's just the way this technology is evolving, and how it's like coming about and stuff like that. And the style GPT is like, you gotta give it objective and stuff like that. If you don't give it objective, and because I had it for a while, I was using it for some time, and then I took a break from it, but I don't know. Some people like it. I kind of like it, but I just don't like when, you gotta really know what you're doing, because sometimes they can hack into your phone and hack into your computer, tablet, any device you use and stuff like that. Yep. That's why I don't want to be, on the internet too long sometimes. Sometimes I am, because I'm Googling things, but you gotta be careful what sites you go on, because they can like really ban you from certain sites. So you just gotta be careful what you're doing nowadays, because it's just getting crazy with people going on the internet, and then they doing things that they have no business doing. And then privacy is, I was telling one of my other drivers, it's against the law, and they're not supposed to be downloading movies without permission. They do the same thing with music. I almost started to do that one time, but I said, nah, I'm not going to do that. Because if you don't have the rights, then that's copyright infringement. You're stealing somebody else's material, and then you're not using your own material. Like, people do that all the time, and thinking that it's cool, but it's not cool to just do that stuff. I actually never did that before, and I don't want to do it. They just go on there, and then they start plagiarizing. It's the same thing with like writing. Like Puff Daddy sampled Stain's song. The guy from the Police, he was the lead singer for the Police. He stole his song, and then he sampled that song to commemorate the Notorious B.I.G. And I think he had something to do with it, because I did some research on it, and I also watched the documentary on him and stuff like that. Like, you can't tell me that you had nothing to do with it. And then everybody said shouldn't I did, but I think he had something to do with it too, because like Biggie was shot like a month apart from Tupac. I think Tupac got shot first. I think he was walking out of the nightclub, and then he got shot, and then the same thing with Biggie. He walked out of the nightclub, got shot in his own car, and it's just very sad. I used to have a Tupac shirt. I used to have his shirt, and I used to have Biggie's small shirt, but then after a while, my mom made me get rid of it. I didn't want to do it, but she said I had too many clothes. I could have donated it, but the jerseys, I should have kept those jerseys. It was an Atlanta Falcons jersey. It was Mike Adams' number, and then I think the Pittsburgh Steelers Ben Roethlisberger's number. But if I would have still had those jerseys, people would have still hate on me. But I must tell them I love the jersey and stuff like that. They did the same thing when I got Derek Jeter's jersey, and they got upset. Like, it's just a jersey. Like, you going like over your head, because you're not thinking about other people's like clothing and stuff like that. That's the main reason why I stopped going to all these bars, staying there for a long time. Because I don't stay there for a long time anymore. I used to go to Celtic Corner, Duffy's, let me see, Blanchard Morgan's. I go to Celtic Corner once in a while now. I used to go there like a few times a week. Most of the time it's during the evening when I used to go to karate school in Hawthorne. But the karate school is not there anymore because Mr. G, he closed the school and he didn't want to deal with the traffic in New Jersey, which I don't blame him. So that's why you gotta be, on your P's and Q's with these drivers out there, because they don't know what they're doing. They think they know what they're doing, but they don't know how to drive and all this other stuff. And then the same thing with like the bikes and the scooters and all these other devices. Like they think that no, you can't get hit by a bike, but if you don't know what you're doing when you're riding a bike, you're gonna get hit and it's gonna cause a lot of accidents. That's why I'm gonna get a helmet pretty soon, because I've been trying to I gotta get the helmet measure on my head. I used to have one when I had my other bike. I gotta get one because I'm not gonna keep riding a bike without a helmet. I'm gonna get knee pads, elbow pads, probably a chest pad. So I'm gonna get it underneath my shirt, or probably over my shirt. Because if I get under my shirt and God forbid I fall, it's gonna whip my shirt. But if I get over my shirt, then it won't whip as much. It'll save me from the fall. So I think I need because I told one of my friends today I'm going to see if I can get a lock and the chain for my bike, because that combination lock, I can't even figure out the combination, and I bought it a few years ago. Can't really decipher the numbers.